Hello, everyone. So the goal here is to show you guys how to post-process a file. This is still in the developmental stages, so obviously I'm still in the edit mode. These two files are the ones we're concerned with here. This is for creating the toolpath for your desktop lathe pawn. Now, this file up here is a F3D file that's for Autodesk Fusion software. And this NC file here is just literally a raw file that your CNC machine would take. So if you're not interested if you just want to get the file onto the machine, simple, straightforward, all you have to do is download this file to a flash drive and transfer it over to your desktop lathe. If you're envisioning like making the pawn and then making other parts to make a complete chess set, you might want to take a look at this F3D file because it'll provide you with the basis of the tool paths to create a whole series of parts if you so wish later on down the road. So you're going to download both of these to a flash drive. I have already done that, and we'll switch screens here and I'll show you what's up next. So this is our Fusion window. Obviously, I don't have anything in here. I'm going to go to File, Upload, select Files. We are going to my flash drive here, and these are the two files. This would be the one that I would load into the CNC machine, but that one right there should work perfectly for my purposes right now. Upload. And this is the file we want to work with. If you open it up, you're going to get a visual of the actual part. You're going to, pro tip, if you hit tool isometric, it'll show it in the way that the part is going to be manufactured on a lathe with the chuck spinning over here and this part sticking out. Your tools would be coming from back here. Now, this file right here has a facing operation, it has a roughing operation, it has a finishing operation, and it has a parting off operation. That's the only one that occurs with tool 6. That's that parting or cut off tool. It's a fairly straightforward set of operations. The nice part about this is you can go back in here, and for example, if the roughing isn't to your satisfaction, you can right click, hit edit, and you can make changes to the tool, the characteristics of the tool itself, to the passes that are taken. I'm using this pecking operation to cut the chips into small pieces. Some people would prefer to not have that. I just find it makes for an easier to manage small machine because this machine doesn't have a lot of enclosure space. I'm worried about the chips wrapping around the chuck, so I use pecking, but you could always disable that. You could link to other things. You could set the front and the back of the part differently. You could even go back into the setup here and lengthen the amount of stock that holds out if you found it necessary. It's not really that big a deal to work with if you're just making minor adjustments to these parameters. But basically, what you're going to be faced with here is if you've made changes here, you will need to come up here to the post-process key, and you will need to alter the post-processor file. Well, not alter, but create a new post-processor file. In my case here, I don't really have a cause to do that, so I'm just going to go up to here, this one we've already created. This is already an NC program. Right click, hit edit. Sorry, this popped up on my other screen. And this window opens up. Now it's been preset for the Haas Desktop Lathe. So if you have, if you're putting this on a different machine, you might change your post-processor file to a different brand or make of machine. I've got it set up where it works and it runs, but if you want to set it up a little bit differently, please by all means. I know this works though. If you hit the post file, what it's going to do is it's going to take the same number of file that I created before, 12134, and it will transmit it to your flash drive or to your folder that you've specified in the post-processing operation. I'm putting mine directly to a flash drive. Now, what you're going to get there is something that looks like this. This is the post-processed GNM code file. This will work with the Haas Desktop Lathe. This is obviously our program number here. This is what I called it, Delrin Pawn with cutoff. It's important to realize that most of these machines rely on a 5-digit numeric code with the letter O in front of it in order to work. If you put letters or characters or whatever else in there that aren't numbers, it's likely to just cause an immediate error and a major problem. And then obviously we've got the facing operation here, profile roughing, and that one takes a while. This is our finishing operation. So basically, it divides the code up into subsets, and each of these is just the necessary GNM code to do the pawn. This is the file that would need to be saved to a flash drive. And once you've got it on the flash drive, slap it in the side of the machine and you are pretty much off to the races. That's how you post process a file, get it saved to a flash drive, and you are in good.